Suck. All right. So anyway, I'm going to go back. And I'm going to go back to the original. This is your home page. Now, as you can see, there's nothing on this page because I put everything on Teams and on your email. I tried to load, and, you know, with a lot of applications now, if you want to add attachments, you just go through and hit Control, and you hit the attachments you want, and then you hit Insert, and it inserts 10, 15 attachments. Well, you can't do that with Blackboard because it's so primitive. You have to go, and if I've got 7 attachments, I have to load 7 different times. So that's ridiculous. So I don't use it. So, but anyway, there's I had to put the link in there. There's the link. You hit it the first time, and then you hit it the second time, and then it'll take you to my courses. Now yours is not going to have these. You find your course. Yours is 130.06. And you click on View Course Material. Launch Publisher Website. And click on the orange button. Now, it may ask you to accept the terms. That's up to you. And eventually, look for the orange button. Write that down in your notes if you're writing this down. Look for the orange button. And it shouldn't take you this long, but I'm having error messages coming up all over the place, and I don't know why. In the first class, I didn't have any error messages. That's what I'm saying. It's a conspiracy. So it should come up. There should be a picture of your book, and then there should be an orange button that says open the course or something like that. And I don't know why it's not coming up. Let me hit refresh. 130. Launch. There it is. And there is the orange button. Now, once you hit that orange button as a student, you have registered into MyLabs Math. There it is. After you have done that, you don't have to go through Blackboard. You just have to go. I'm going to close out Blackboard here. And I'm going to pull up MyLabs Math. And click on the first one. It says MLM Pearson. This is on your handout in the email that I sent you. And you can sign in without going through Blackboard. There it is. And your course will be right there. So make sure you register through Blackboard. Why Tri-County wants you to do that, I don't know. But that's the way they want you to do it. Anybody have any questions there? 5 buttons or 4 buttons? Well, actually 5. Well, MyLabs Plus or MyLabs Math, MyLabs Math, the 2 green buttons and the orange button, and there'll probably be an accept the terms. So 6 buttons. Some of you, it will take a month for you to do this because some of you, just like all my students, some of you can break an anvil with a banana. Some of you can take something that takes 6 mashes of the mouse key, and y'all can turn it into a 1 month rigorous, I can't do it thing. Okay, I don't know, and I'm not talking about, let's see, there's 28 in here. I'm talking about 2 of y'all. 2 or 3 of y'all are going to end up, I can't do it. All right, well, that's when you call the help desk and say, I'm having problems. Okay, but you shouldn't. I'm going to go through it one more time. Blackboard. Pull up your course. Here we go. We're going to count. My Labs Math, 1 time. My Labs Math, 2 times. Green button. That's 3. Green button. That's 4. And I think here, before this button, they ask you to accept the terms as 5 and then 6. And once you hit that orange button, you are registered into the course, and you should be able to go to My Labs Math. Click on the Pearson.com, and you should be able to go through here and type in your username, which is H. McClure, and then your T number with a capital T, or your password, depending on if you've changed your T number into a password. And that's if you're a former student, a returning student, and you changed your T number into a password. If your password doesn't work, you can always use your T number with a capital T, and I'll talk about this later, with capital T, and that defaults. If something happens, it will default to your password. I meant to your T number. So if your password don't work and you know you typed it in correctly, try your T number with a capital T, no spaces, and that might work. Okay. Has anybody done this yet? You should have been able to do that today. Has anybody done it yet?
Yes, sir, I did, but I actually used my email, like it had my old email, TCTC email as the username.
Yeah.
And I just reset my password. But that got me through. I can go back and redo it if that's the case.
Okay. Did it take 5 or 6 hours, or did it take a minute or 2?
No, it just took a minute or 2.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Wood, you're not supposed to say that. It's supposed to take a week.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Anybody else? Anybody else registered this morning?
Yeah, I went through.
Okay, who's that?
Me, Lewis.
I'm sorry.
It only took a minute to do.
Mr. Schmidt or?
No, this is Mr. Palmer.
Okay, Mr. Palmer, your icon wasn't lighting up when you were talking. I'm
Okay.
sorry. So, Mr. Palmer, how long did it take you to register?
2 minutes max.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me ask y'all this. Did y'all go to the website and try to go through the website and bypass Blackboard?
No, I didn't try that. I went through Blackboard.
Okay, well, try to do that right quick. Mr. Wood or Mr. Palmer, if you could, go to My Labs Plus or My Lab Math, click on the first one, which should say mlmpearson.com. And I want you to hit sign in, and I want you to use I have to use HCMCCLURE and then my password. And then it takes me to this page. See if you can do that and see if it works for you.
You know, I tried to access it actually, and it didn't work. But I'm gonna keep trying.
Well,
I went straight to the website and it let me in.
okay.
It worked for me. I had to click obviously the class after it took me to it, and then I clicked it.
Well, just the main thing is I want you to have a plan B or plan A, because I'm going to tell you, if it's the last day of the test and you've only got 3 hours to take the test, Blackboard is not going to be working. Okay, I can tell you, Murphy's Law. All right, let me go back to the handouts. And let's see. I do not use Blackboard. There is the website right there after you register. Math 130. I have a hybrid class that meets at AC before this class. I may run a little late on Tuesdays due to the hybrid class having to meet on Tuesday. Okay, so I have to go to the Anderson campus at 8 o'clock to 9:25. I have 10 minutes to get back to my house to meet with y'all. Now, I could call from up there, and that's fine. I probably might do that. I don't know. I got to see if the classroom that I'm in is going to be used at 9:30. But today, since it's Thursday, the class meets by teams because it's a hybrid, so we didn't have to worry about it. I want you to remember this, and I will usually take my phone and tell you via Teams if I'm running late or not. Does everybody understand that? I'll let you know. So if you're sitting and you pull up Teams and you're sitting on this page right here, if you're sitting on that page, you might see a message that comes up and says, I'm running late, y'all. I will be calling you at 9:40 instead of 9:35 or something like that. All right. Please look at your schedule the morning of class. Some of you rooms may have changed. Excuse me. Some of your rooms may have changed, and you do that no matter if you're at Tri-County Tech or Clemson University. You always print out your schedule the morning of the first day of class, because if you printed it out 6 months ago or 6 weeks ago, those room numbers may have changed, because we play musical rooms, you know, right before the week before classes start. Because some teachers don't like this certain room, and they trade with another teacher and all this stuff. Okay? Just so everyone's on the same sheet of music, and this is for my hybrids more than y'all. Wednesday through Friday, all my Math 120s will be learning. Y'all team in every day. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Y'all team in every day. Videos are used outside of class, and do not rate attendance. I cannot keep up with when you watch a video. There's two people that watches the videos. The person that misses class and can't team in, and the person that needs help or reinforcement with a certain concept. We're going into calculus, okay? If you suck at algebra, you will suck at calculus. If you barely passed algebra, you will barely pass calculus. So I would highly suggest, and I suggested this in one of my emails, one of my first emails, that if you are in Math 130, you need to be reviewing my 109 class from last semester or my 110 class from last semester. You need to be reviewing that class, because if you suck at algebra, or if you've forgotten a lot of algebra, you're going to suck and you're not going to be doing well in this class. So I hope some of you are taking advantage of those videos. Classes will activate on Blackboard and MyLabs Plus today. I got 3 emails overnight and this morning. Well, I can't get in my classes. I can't get in my classes. Well, it ain't 8 o'clock yet on Thursday. I will initiate the team's call. You do not have to do anything. Don't push any buttons. You can chat. You can log on. You can make sure your status is available. Where do you do that? Well, up in the top right-hand corner, right here. See where it says presenting? You can go over and hit available. And that way, if that's green, then my call does not have a problem finding you. Okay? If it's busy, or if it says be right back or do not disturb or busy, it will not call you. Okay? So make sure that that says available. And make sure your video and audio settings are set. Okay? Please do not be a hammy. Please just chill. You'll be all right. All right, let's look at some of the handouts. Where is my handouts? There we go. That's not the handouts I want. Here we go. I'm gonna go to the third. I'm gonna go to the syllabus. 130 syllabus. I think this is the syllabus. The syllabus is really hard to read because the syllabus is created for the people the bureaucrats in Columbia, and you can't hardly read it unless you're a Philadelphia lawyer. So it's really not worth your while to read it. Do read the last two things, grading scale and grading rationale. Does anybody know anything unique about this semester that we're in? Anybody heard anything about this semester? It will be shortened. That's why we started like 3 weeks into January. We usually start the second week. I'm sorry, I had to drink some vodka. I don't drink vodka. I'm a bourbon person. Grading scale. We have adjusted the syllabus and the outline to where we, and also Tri-County Tech did away with week of finals. Your final exam in all your classes will be the last day of class. Now, some teachers are combining the last test with the final exam. Some people are making the last test the final exam. I will make that decision probably the week before the last week of class. As we get toward the end of Unit 4 or Unit 3, wherever we are, I will make that decision. But I will count the Unit 1 test and the final exam. I count all my tests the same. 70%, write this down, 70% of your grade comes from the unit test / final exam. 70%. 20% comes from homework. Well, y'all don't have a project, so 80% comes from unit test. 80% of your grade comes from unit test, and 20% comes from homework. So make sure you write that down. Make sure you know the grading scale. And make sure you understand that the final exam will be on the last day of class. The outline, the most important page to print out is right here. I think this is it. Yeah. Math 130, fall. I want you to print this out, and I want you to treat it as a Bible. Okay? This is what we are going to cover. Now, I can tell you right now that we're going to change Unit 5, and we're going to put Unit 5 behind Unit 3. No. Okay, what we may do is I may pull some things out of Unit 4 and just go over few things in Unit 4, then go to Unit 5. Okay, Unit 4 is the only one that I may skip around on. But anyway, why is this page so important? Well, for one thing, if you are absent the day if I cover review section 2 today and you miss Tuesday, then you know chances are I covered R4. And when I come back Thursday of next week, I'll probably cover R5. Okay, so that's why you need to print this thing out. Also, What should you tell yourself when I get to R7? My former student should answer this.
That we're about to have a test.
Okay, some of you, Miss Cox, you were one of my students. What happens when I get to the end of a unit? What do I do? If you remember, or somebody remembers. What do I do as far as reviewing the test or assigning dates? How do I do it? Anybody know? Anybody remember? Oh my gosh, y'all don't remember how I do it? Don't I go over the test in class?
Yeah, and you give us like a week to do the homework and stuff.
Exactly. I give you till the next class period to finish your homework, which is usually 3 days. Sometimes it's the weekend and 2 days, you know, because y'all have the whole long weekend to do as far as this class. You just have Thursday to Tuesday to do your homework. So I give you a ample time to finish your homework. I set the dates of the homework when I set the dates for the test. So you need to write that down, especially some of you hammies. Some of y'all that go bonkers and want to know the test date yesterday. Okay. I assign the dates for the test and the homework when I go over the test in class. And I will pull up the test out of my lab's math and I will go over it in class. Now, it will not be the same as your test, but it will be similar. Miss Cox, do I pull any punches? Do I do any tricks? Miss Cox, are you there? Okay, she's not there. It's not talking. Miss Holcomb, do I pull any punches or trick any students or do anything like that? Okay, Miss Holcomb's not there. Miss Hollister, does anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. No, you don't. You're pretty straightforward about everything.
Okay, so I don't have to have hammies, you know, hanging around going, when's the test? When's the test? I will tell you, and the outline will tell you when the test is. Are we going to have a test on the review section? Oh, hell to the yeah. Why? Because if you suck at this, you're going to suck at this. I'm telling you, if you are a weak algebra student, you need to be taking this time and this weekend to go over my 109 or my 110, whichever one is the same course from last semester. I mean, you need to try to go over everything you can because this is 109 and 110 revisited. All right. So with that being said, the outline is the most important page to print out and put in your notebook. The second most important page is the academic calendar. Now, you do not need, well, where is the academic calendar? It's not on here. Well, let me go find the academic calendar. I know I put it in here. Oh, I know where I put it. I put it in the rest of the handouts. Remaining handouts. Academic calendar. This is the second most important page. Now, you don't have to print it out if you take the dates and transfer it over to your calendar or your phone. What dates are important? Well, what dates do you think are important? Well, the first day of class, that's important. The last day to drop classes in session A, we're session A. Last day to drop classes is when? 25th. The last day to add classes is the 22nd. So that's tomorrow. So those dates are important. Somebody tell me what this is. What is that? Can somebody tell me what this is? Oh, Miss Cox, my microphone won't connect. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Cox. Sorry. I thought you were somebody else. I'm sorry. Okay.
Is it working now?
Oh, it's working now. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. I thought you were a former student named Cox. I'm sorry. All right. Summer fall advising for currently enrolled students. What is that? What is that called? What does that mean?
Pick classes
Anybody know?
for next semester.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Picking classes for
Mr.
next
Milne?
semester.
Exactly. That's when you, as a attending student, go to your advisor, get an appointment with your advisor through Starfish, and you get registered for classes, or you get unlocked to register for classes. Why is this important?
So that you get your classes first.
Why do you need them first? Why do you need them early?
So that you get the right schedule.
And the class don't what? Fill up.
Yep.
Okay. This lasts a month. So you need to put February 22nd to March, or it lasts about three, 4 weeks to March. Somewhere down here, there should be a registration for the next semester. I don't see it. Hold on. I don't see it yet, but it might be up here. There it is. March 15th. So that for in your phone, you need to put February 22nd to March the 15th pre-reg. P-R-E-R-E-G. Pre-reg. Pre-registration, whatever you want to call it. And that means you need to get your butt into the advisor's office or meet with your advisor virtually. That's how I meet with my students. I think I have some of my advisees in this class, don't I? Yes or no? I know I've got one or two. Who's one of my advisees? Somebody raised their hand. And I can't see because.
I'm one.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. I'm sorry, Miss Odom. Who else? Mr. Smith? Are you one? Okay, nobody's going to talk to me. Miss Odom, does your microphone work?
Yes, it does.
Okay, did you have any problem meeting with me?
No, sir, I did not.
Well, that's amazing, because I hear all these people. I have 2 or 3 advisees that say they can't meet with me. I don't understand. Mr. Neiniger, did you have a problem meeting with me? No, he's talking on the chat. So, no, sir, it was easy. Okay, I must have paid y'all off. That must be because my advisees don't have any problems meeting with me except for 1 or 2 people. And it might be because when I have my time for them to meet and I open up they don't show up. And I document it. So that way, when they complain to my department head, I say the student stood me up 3 times. So, and I've got 2 students here that were my advisees, and they said they didn't have any problem. So, all right. So anyway, you need to meet with your advisor. Last day to drop right here. Session A. Hold on. Spring break, March 18th and 19th. Write that down. Okay, here it is. Last day to withdraw from classes, session A. That means withdraw without an F, I think. Session A, withdrawal. Down here, students who withdraw from course after drop date will not receive a refund, or tuition students who withdraw before the withdrawal date will receive a grade of W. So after that date, you're going to get a grade with your W. I mean, or just a bad grade. Okay, usually. And here is the last day of class for session A. Somebody write that down. Everybody write that down. April 30th. Excuse me. April 30th. Okay, Mr. Schmidt, could you turn your mic on mute, please? Because it keeps engaging. I appreciate it if you could do that. There, thank you. Keeps turning on and off, and that probably eats up more. Okay, so print this out. That's all, no big deal. Print this out or transfer some of these dates to your phone or your calendar. Second most important page. Okay. A little bit about me. Why in the world would I tell you about myself? Because I feel good about myself. That's why. No, the reason I tell you about myself is because I try to have a comfortable learning environment. Miss Hollister, you've had me. There was one or two students that had me before. And okay, let me explain what happens here. Okay, I don't want y'all to think I don't remember y'all, but what happens is, say like Miss Hollister is right here. When somebody else speaks, their little circle right here comes up here and it kicks Miss Hollister out and makes her a circle. So, and I see these 7 right here. I've got to figure out how to see those 7 because I can't see them. See, I can put my cursor. There's Miss Holcomb. I can put my cursor here, but it's a little bit slower. Jakowski. That's a good old Polish name, isn't it? Miss Jakowski. Did I say that right? Miss Jakowski? I hope I did. See, there's Morris. See how this works? It doesn't work very well when it kicks you down here. There's Mr. Melnick. Miss Abrams. Miss Babinow. Latwick. Moman. I'm looking at the names. Barry, Cobb, and Melnick. That's brothers. But see, it'll kick. So I know Miss Hollister, and I think Miss Holcomb has had me. But I can't think of other people who've had me. I can't think. And these 7 right here, I don't know how to see them because I can't pull them up. So I guess I'll just go to enrollment. But the reason I'm asking you this is, except for the first or second day, we pretty much have fun in our class, don't we, Miss Holcomb and Hollister, don't we? Okay, they're not talking now.
Forgot about me, Hubert. Writings. Yeah, we
Writings, Miss Writings, yes. I'm trying to remember. Mr. Abdallah, he don't talk very much, but Miss Writings.
Most.
But we try to have fun. But see, some students are weaned on a pickle. And what does weaned on a pickle mean? It means they ain't gonna talk to nobody. They're not gonna smile. They're not gonna have fun. They're just gonna be weaned on a pickle. And I'm not weaned on a pickle. And neither is Miss Writings, Mr. Abdallah, Miss Hollister, Miss Holcomb. Those people, when you see them people talking, that's because they've had a semester of me and they know that I'm not going to sit here and be weaned on a pickle. So, and if you don't know what weaned on a pickle is, that's like being weaned on a lemon. You got a sour face and you just sour. Okay, so lighten up, take some medication, and enjoy the class and have fun, interact. That's what it's all about. Because if you don't interact, it's going to make the class long and drawn out. So don't do that. All right, let me get back to the notes at hand. So that's why I tell you a little bit about myself. And there's a little bit about me. If you want to read it, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. I don't care. Class courtesies. Oh, my locator card. Why do I give you my locator card? Well, it don't help y'all very much because I don't have another Math 130. But there's two reasons for my locator card. One, if you're in Math 120 and you miss class, you could attend my 120 here or my 120 at night. So that shows you my classes in case you need to attend another class. Since y'all don't have another class, another 130 class, why do you need? Well, it shows you the areas that I'm not busy. Okay. In other words, now I don't have a lot of office hours, and the reason I don't have office hours is the way that I teach. You don't need office hours because I turn my first part of my class into office hours based on the questions that you send me. Okay, now my former students, they know what I'm talking about. I'll explain that part of the class Tuesday. Okay. Now, something else we need to discuss. Y'all's class, I'm sorry, y'all are a sync class. Okay, we don't have to discuss that. Okay, Tuesday I'll go over that with you with my lab's math. But this is just for your information. And if you, let's say that you have a problem or you have a concern or you have a question and it's at 12:30. It's 12:30. You look at your clock on Monday and you see that it's 12:30 and you say, well, I want to send him a team message. Well, I'm in class, so if I don't respond, you'll know why. And I'll respond later whenever it goes to my phone. Most of the time, I respond quickly. I don't know if any of you have emailed me or texted me. I responded right back. But most of the time, unless something happens, I usually respond pretty quickly. Can anybody verify that? Okay.
Yeah,
Weaned on a
texted me
pickle is weaned. Weaned on a pickle. You know, like you wean a baby calf? Weaned on a pickle. W-E-E-N-E-D. Weaned on a pickle. There you go. Dang old Mr. Abdallah. Dang old man of knowledge. Dang old Renaissance man. All right. Weaned on a pickle. Okay. Yeah, it needs to be on a t-shirt. We got a lot of sour people. They need to lighten up. Can't even make jokes anymore. People are offended about this. People are offended. I don't care. Okay. I'm 53 years old. I ain't never been offended. Never. Okay. And the reason I ain't been offended, I mean, I'm Irish. People can say I'm a drunk Irishman. And I'm also Scottish. So I guess they could say I should be wearing a kilt. But I've never been offended. Why? Because I don't wear my feelings on my sleeve. I don't, you know, my skin is not tissue paper. I was called names in school, and I came home, and after I got in a fight, I came home, and sorry, that's my phone going off. I came home and usually got a whipping because I got in a fight because somebody made fun of my name or somebody, you know, that, yeah, sticks and stones. I learned that sticks and stones, you know, it's just stupid. So after about the third or fourth fight, and after the third or fourth whipping for getting in a fight, I finally said it ain't worth it. And, you know, I ain't never been offended. So I guess maybe because I stay on the farm all the time. Maybe that's why. Oh, you like Sweet Home Alabama? Well, that's one of those songs, you know, no matter where you're at, whenever Sweet Home Alabama comes on, everybody sings it. All right, kind of like Last Call for Alcohol or whatever, David Allen Coe. All right, shut up. Okay, so there's the locator card. It's easy for me to chase rabbits. Hubert's class courtesies. I treat students the way what? The way I want to be treated. My number one rule, and you know what? It's never failed me. This rule right here has never failed me. And I've never had problems. Do you know how many students I've thrown out of my class for being belligerent? In 25 plus years? 3.
3.
Yep. And all 3 of them were males. That's because they were having self-esteem issues. I don't know. And that's normal. 17 to 25-year-old males have issues. Okay, so guys, if you're 17 to 25, hopefully your issues will not show themselves in this class. I hope not. Most of this is written toward a conventional face-to-face class. I shut my video off because my internet was giving me problems. I like to have the video on. I like to have yours on. But if you're going to gaff me off and you're going to do laundry and do stuff while my class is going on, I prefer you turn your video off. Okay? Now, if you want to turn your video on and show me your smiling face, that's fine. But if you're going to text, if you're going to carry on a conversation with somebody during my class, if you're going to do something else, I prefer you turn the video off. That way I don't get mad and everybody, has a good day. Attendance, I have to take attendance every day to keep those 2 or 3 people in the closet over there in the library, give them a job so they can keep up with the numbers so they can have a job. So I have to take attendance. And you can read a little bit about me and what I think about students in general. And, the 10% I don't give a rip about because they don't know what day it is. They don't know where they're at. The deadheads, I don't particularly care about them. Although the deadheads were replaced by the know-it-alls. Here in the last, I'd say probably last 10 years, the high schools have been putting out people that should be NASA engineers. I mean, they invented math, they invented calculus, they invented the space, they invented the space shuttle. I mean, I really don't know why they need to go to college because they know so much. But you are in Tri-County Tech and you are in math class at Tri-County Tech, but you think you're a NASA engineer. Yeah. You will see these in nursing classes also. You got the nursing assistant that's been a nursing assistant for 125 years, and she thinks he or she thinks that they're a registered nurse while they're in biology class. Or you're in psychology class, and there's always that one student that read a magazine article on psychology and knows more than the teacher. You know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all have had those in your classes. They took over the deadheads. Deadheads used to be bad. But now the NASA engineers, they've taken over. And usually the NASA engineers, I hate to say this, are usually what gender? Anybody want to take a guess? They're usually the males. That's why they don't need directions when they go somewhere. All right, what else? Hubert's class Courtesies, here's the my lab's math handout, and I'm gonna stop with this one because, well, it didn't come up. Okay, well, it's not coming up, and I don't know why. Okay. Oh, now the site can't. That's interesting. I'm getting errors on the email, and I'm getting errors on. Okay, so I better go ahead and get the roll before this computer blows up. On this page, see, I can see y'all right here. So, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Anybody?
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I can.
Oh God, is this thing doesn't kick me? Can anybody hear me?
Yes,
Math
sir.
130. Can y'all
I
hear me?
can. Yes, sir.
You're just breaking up.
Okay. I thought for an instant because my oh God. Okay, it's coming up. Okay, there we go. 130. I was showing y'all that I can see who's here, and I only have to take. That's the good thing about these virtual classes. I only have to take roll one day a week. So this is going to be the day for this. Okay, so all right. Let me go to the top of the. All right, Abdallah Abrams Armstrong. Abdallah Abrams Armstrong. Babanal Bagwell Berry. Babanal Bagwell Berry. Cobb and Cox. Cobb and Cox. So let me move down. Holcomb, Hollister, Ingram. Okay, Hines is not here. Holcomb, Hollister, Ingram. Jack, Kelly, Krieg. Jack, Kelly, Krieg. Sometimes I cut y'all's names off when I'm taking roll. Lat, Melnick, Melnick. Lat, Melnick, Melnick. And Melman. All y'all are here. Move down. Morris 9, Odom. Okay, wait a minute. Moman was last. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. Okay, y'all should not be able to see my screen. Okay. Morris 9. Biden. Shaheen. Okay, take and I've got not here is everybody else is here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tuesday we will. I'm sorry. What? Tuesday. What did you say, Miss Hollister?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying yes, sir.
Miss Hollister. What? Okay. Yeah, it's breaking up. I'm sorry. We will go over Tuesday. We will go over MyLabs Math and homework/test/text questions. You can pull up the text online. You can use an old book. You can use a new book. You can share a book. I really don't care what you use as a book. You can print out the text. I'll show you how to do that Tuesday. But the main thing you need to be doing this weekend is you need to be going to YouTube and you need to be reviewing over not the first and second day. You need to be actually going after the second day. You need to start after the second day of Math 110 or 109, and you need to start watching those videos. And if you feel good about the material, go to the next one and go to the next one. Find where you bog down and go over it. Usually people bog down with rationalizing the denominator, factoring, long division, and completing the square. Anybody got questions for me? Anybody got questions excluding MyLabs Math? Anybody got questions about what we went over today? Okay. I'm going to hit leave. Y'all get out, and I'll see y'all Tuesday. I'll give y'all a call somewhere between 9:35 and 9:45. See y'all.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.